Welcome to this explainer. If you felt like the ground is completely shifting beneath your YouTube channel lately, well, you aren't paranoid. You're actually spot on. Today, we're diving into a monetization survival guide to help protect your income from the massive policy shifts headed our way. We're going to break down exactly what's happening with the algorithm, why these updates are rolling out, and most importantly, how you can bulletproof your revenue. So, let's get into it. 4.7 billion views. Just think about that number for a second. That's what was completely wiped out in YouTube's January 2026 sweep. In literally one single enforcement wave, 16 major channels vanished overnight. They took roughly $10 million in annual ad revenue right off the platform with them. It's crazy. YouTube just isn't looking at your subscriber count anymore. They're putting exactly how you make your content under a microscope, and honestly, the stakes have never been higher.
So here's our agenda for surviving these shifts. First, we'll look at the two monetization tiers. Then, the inauthentic content crackdown. After that, navigating AI disclosure rules, followed by the big 2027 partner program updates, and finally, protecting your channel revenue.
All right, starting off with Section 1, the two monetization tiers. The whole foundation of earning on the platform begins right here. You can really see the stark contrast between these two entry points. Hitting that first 500 subscriber mark with either 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views, that unlocks fan funding, and it's a massive milestone for sure. But keep in mind, this lower tier doesn't actually unlock standard ad revenue. It really just opens the door to tools where your loyal viewers can pay you directly. It isn't until you hit that standard partner program tier at 1,000 subscribers that the full ad revenue finally kicks in.
Now, taking a look at the revenue split, it's pretty interesting. For all those fan-funding tools like Super Thanks, Super Chat, and channel memberships, you actually keep 70% of the revenue. YouTube, as you might expect, gladly takes their 30% cut right off the top. But honestly, even with that platform fee, this is an incredible way to start monetizing early if you've got a highly engaged community. Plus, your income is paid out monthly through AdSense just as soon as you hit that $100 minimum threshold.
Moving right along to Section 2. The inauthentic content crackdown. Because getting into the program is one thing, but surviving the purges is a whole different ballgame.
So, hitting those subscriber milestones, it no longer guarantees you that green dollar sign. Under the expanded inauthentic content policy, human reviewers and automated systems are rigorously checking for a real, meaningful human fingerprint. They basically want to know that a real person made actual creative decisions, not just a machine. This updated policy replaces the old repetitive content rules, and it aggressively targets channels that just feel, well, mass-produced.
Think about it like this. If your channel relies on an AI voice reading someone else's news article over looping stock footage, the algorithm is absolutely going to catch it. Faceless shorts farms pushing out multiple daily templates, verbatim newsreaders, recycled compilations with zero commentary. You aren't just getting a warning anymore, you're facing immediate demonetization. The platform straight up demands your unique perspective, your editing style, or your distinct on-camera presence to prove you're actually adding value.
Next up is Section 3, Navigating AI Disclosure Rules. Let's see how this ties right into the platform's demand for authenticity. Look, AI is an amazing tool, and the good news here? Transparency is actually your competitive advantage now. Properly disclosed AI content, like, say, using a tool to generate scripts or visuals while still adding your own human value, that earns RPM rates completely comparable to non-AI content in the exact same niche. You literally just have to toggle the altered or synthetic content box in YouTube Studio when you upload. If you're open and honest about it, YouTube won't penalize your reach or your revenue at all.
But if you fail to disclose it, automated detection is going to drop you into a pretty brutal 3-strike penalty system. Trying to hide synthetic content instantly triggers an algorithmic demotion. Then comes the first strike, which is a warning and a mandatory educational module. After that, a really painful 90-day revenue freeze. And finally, permanent removal from the partner program. It is just not worth the risk to skip checking that box, guys.
Okay, Section 4, the 2027 Partner Program Updates. Staring down the barrel of February 1st, 2027, the rules of the game are about to change pretty dramatically. Just look at the massive jump here. The staggering reality for new creators in 2027 is that ad revenue entry thresholds are literally doubling. We're talking 8,000 watch hours or 20 million shorts views. If you've been waiting around to launch a channel or get serious about your growth, well, the clock is ticking loudly right now. The barrier to entry for standard ad revenue is getting significantly higher, and it's happening fast.
Now, what if you're already monetized? Well, you're protected from that entry hike, but you definitely aren't off the hook. You have to accept the revised terms in YouTube Studio by January 31st, 2027. And you've got to meet strict new activity baselines. Basically, YouTube is tired of dormant channels just sitting in the partner program forever. If you don't maintain 1,000 watch hours or 1 million shorts views over the designated periods, you actually risk losing your active monetization status completely.
On top of that, existing partners will face a strict new baseline specifically for short-form content. You've got to clear 10 million shorts views in 90 days just to get a payout from the shorts creator pool for that month. So this means your long-form revenue might be totally safe even if you fall below that mark, but your shorts revenue, that requires constant rolling momentum. It'll be paused until your 90-day view count crosses back over that 10 million threshold.
Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 5, protecting your channel revenue. Because having a solid strategy is absolutely your best defense against all this platform chaos.
Before every single upload, I want you to ask yourself a super important question. Could a random person copy your exact video in an afternoon? If your answer is yes, you're standing directly in the crosshairs of this crackdown. You urgently need to add a personal reaction, maybe some original footage, or even a contrarian opinion. You just have to inject a human angle if you want to survive the algorithm's automated sweeps.
Whatever you do, don't let your channel run on autopilot. You've got to insulate your income from volatile RPM swings with a few actionable steps. Try dedicating just 15 minutes a week to appeal limited ad flags while they're still fresh. Add a quick 10-second personal intro to prove human authorship. But most importantly, start building a 60-day financial buffer using creator advances like Milks or direct sponsorships so you aren't totally at the mercy of sudden algorithm swings. Also, try diversifying into long-form content because advertisers highly reward videos that hold attention past that 8-minute mark.
And this brings us to a really core takeaway. You need to stop optimizing for one viral upload and start optimizing for a recognizable channel. The 2026 algorithm rewards trust built across 20 videos, way more than just one lucky hit. Audience loyalty is hands down your strongest signal right now. The algorithm tracks engagement velocity and comment depth. So, a smaller channel with a dedicated community is often going to see far more stable RPMs than a massive channel filled with passing, unengaged viewers.
At the end of the day, the platform doesn't hate AI. It hates content without a soul. So I'll leave you with this final thought. As the platform purges inauthentic content and doubles the entry stakes for 2027, what unique human fingerprint will you leave on your next video to ensure your channel survives? Find your distinct voice and make it undeniably yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.